in your path to power. The moments that shape your fate never arrive with noise. They come quietly, through a look that lingers too long, a question asked at the wrong time, a silence heavier than any threat spoken out loud. You start noticing subtle shifts. Someone watching your choices, someone studying your reactions, someone trying to understand what you're not saying. And that's when you realize your danger doesn't come from enemies with weapons. Enemies are obvious, predictable. Your real threat comes from the people close enough to sense your rise before it even begins. Not rivals, not strangers, friends. Friends who know your habits, your hesitations, your doubts, your rhythm. Friends who can predict you because they've seen you without your armor. No alarms, no warnings, just a slow tightening around your life. A quiet calculation of whether your rise will lift them or leave them behind. Because in real life, downfall rarely begins with a dramatic betrayal. It begins with a detail, a small truth a friend collects and later uses to protect their own future. Those closest to you see the cracks long before the world does. And if you don't control what they know, what they hear, and how close they stand, your path to power can collapse before it even begins. In a world where even friendship has a price, the man who controls his distance controls his survival. There are wounds that no blade can make. They don't bleed, they don't scream, but they never heal. These wounds are carved by those we let too close. The friend who knew the lock to your doors, the joke that lowered your guard, the shared secret that built a bridge to your throne. Power rarely falls by force. It decays from within. A smile at the wrong moment, a promise whispered in trust, and suddenly your empire cracks without a sound. History does not shout before it collapses. It laughs, it warms, it invites. The sharpest blade is not steel, it is affection. So remember this, every handshake leaves a scar, every promise plants a seed, and every seed in the wrong hands grows into ruin. Inside that ruin, a law waits, cold, necessary, inevitable. The enemies are easy to see. They glare at you from across the room. Their hate is honest. But danger rarely looks like danger. It shares your secrets. It knows your silence. Power never dies by force. It withers from warmth, from hands once trusted, from hearts once called brother. Enemies test your walls. Friends, they test your blindness. And every downfall in history began with someone who got too close. Not with a blade in the dark, but with a promise that felt safe. Betrayal never starts with hate. It begins with comfort, a small favor, a word of loyalty whispered when no one's watching. You let your guard down, believing honesty is protection. But honesty is how the knife learns where to strike. They listen, they nod, They remember, and every detail you offer becomes a thread they'll one day pull. By the time you see the pattern, it's already woven into your fall. It's not the wound that kills you. It's the hands that once healed you, pressing harder than they should have. In the golden corridors of Byzantium, Emperor Michael III stood surrounded by devotion and trapped in solitude. He wanted loyalty without fear, a companion who would see the man, not the crown. So he searched beneath the marble floors, in the stables, where the air smelled of sweat, not politics. There he found Basil, a man of rough hands and quiet eyes, honest, uncalculated, or so it seemed. Michael thought he had found what every ruler craves, a heart that served, not strategized. But trust, once misplaced, is a seed that grows roots in the cracks of power. Michael lifted Basil from mud to marble. He gave him gold, titles, and trust. And like sunlight on stone, the gifts hardened the man they were meant to warm. Basil learned quickly when to speak, when to listen, and when silence could earn more than praise. He memorized the corridors, the guards, the looks. He carried orders before being told. The palace whispered, "He moves like the next emperor." Loyalty did not break. It evolved from gratitude to ambition. The enemy wasn't outside the gates, he was holding the keys. Michael raised a toast to friendship, and Basil bowed in silence. The plan was already set: the corridor, the guards, the timing. When the signal came, steel met silence. No declaration, no rebellion, just inevitability. Power does not scream when it dies. It exhales. And in that breath, a brother becomes a shadow, and a crown changes hands. Michael was not defeated by armies. He was undone by affection. He believed love could replace vigilance. He confused closeness for loyalty, and that confusion was fatal. Basil became emperor but never slept in peace again. Every whisper felt familiar. Every shadow looked like consequence. Because power taken by betrayal forever fears its own reflection. Centuries later, far beyond Byzantium, another ruler studied the same story. He understood the truth. A sword can kill a man, but trust can kill a dynasty. He chose design over devotion, structure over sentiment. Where others built friendships, he built systems. Where others trusted loyalty, he trusted distance. He learned that affection feeds ambition, and ambition always eats the hand that feeds it. He called his generals to a grand banquet. They expected suspicion's shadow. They met serenity. No traps, no tests, only a message in silence. You have served well. Now rule from afar. They left praised, not punished. Honored, not feared. The court exhaled. The empire slept. Control, at its highest form, is not when enemies are defeated, but when danger is too comfortable to rebel. True power is architecture. It's not built on love, but on design. Walls of distance, windows of limited access, doors that only open one way. The emperor understood. Closeness breeds entitlement, and entitlement breeds ruin. He made loyalty measurable, not emotional. Predictable, not personal. That is how empires survive storms, not through warmth, but through structure. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn to use enemies. Friends believe they deserve your secrets. Enemies must earn them. A friend will fail you softly. An enemy will serve you cautiously. Fear is more reliable than affection. It checks itself. It measures the distance. Trust is not a virtue. It's an investment. Spend it wisely, or lose everything. Be kind, but cautious. Reward skill, not sentiment. Respect distance, design loyalty, audit access, rotate trust before it corrodes, let others rise, but not too near. Praise them in public, limit them in private. Your goal is not to be loved, it's to stay effective. Power that survives is power that sleeps with one eye open. It smiles in meetings. It takes notes at your table. It agrees, then rearranges. You mentor a friend. You open your circle. He learns your system, then builds his own beside it. No daggers, no blood, just absence and an email without your name on it. Modern betrayal is polite, efficient, final. Michael lost his crown to affection. The song emperor kept his by design. Emotion invites chaos. Structure invites peace. The friendly hand near your shoulder is more dangerous than the enemy across the field, because the enemy warns you. The friend distracts you. Keep your heart human, but your system inhuman. Cold, precise, repeatable. Warmth belongs in the garden, not near the throne. And as the dust of betrayal finally settles, the world around you stops feeling familiar. The air shifts, the light bends, even the silence feels engineered. Not a silence born from fear, but a silence sharpened by someone else's mind. A silence that watches you, measures you, traces the outline of your thoughts before you speak them. A silence that waits, patiently, for the moment you reveal more than you should. Because what follows betrayal is never forgiveness, and never revenge. It is the older ritual, the quieter one, the one every empire has mastered, where power does not strike first, but circles you in the dark, studying the rhythm of your choices. And in that kind of silence, a truth rises like a shadow stretching across the floor. Your next move is not about allies, nor enemies, nor the people standing beside you. It is about the parts of yourself you allow the world to see, and the parts you bury so deeply that no one can use them. Because what remains visible can end you, and what stays hidden may be the last line keeping you alive. Because in every empire, ancient or modern, someone is always studying you in silence, waiting for the moment you reveal the one intention that should have never seen the light. And that is where Law 3 begins. Decode the past. Command the future.